What's up, YouTube? It's the dawn where shit gets real. Okay? I'm going to keep it real with you guys about everything. But today we're going to be talking about this Crown Clearo. This Crown Clearo, this is different. This one is good. But before we start talking about this good shit, let me tell you about some other shit. Today, I took a trip down to D.C. because today in D.C. they had a public hearing on the fiscal year 2016 budget. Okay? They were planning, or they're planning on putting a 70% sales tax on vapor products. Do you know what that would do? 70% sales tax? Do you know what that would do? That would make shit fucking super crazy. Yeah, I mean, 70%, that would make it crazy. So I went down there, called them up a couple weeks ago and told them, hey, I'm going to be a public witness. That means I get up there and speak, say my blah, blah, blah. To make a long story short, they called 4 at a time up. Let me show you this. See my name? I'm number 3. See where it says public witness? Now look at the other names. Lisa, she's a CEO. Sean, he's the president of something, state something, vice president, blah, blah, blah. And the list goes on. You know, all these people, they've probably done this a million times. There's a couple public witnesses on there. But everybody has this title, president, elementary school, PTO, board of directors. They were talking about a lot of different subjects, okay? So I got up there. They called 4 at a time. I got up there. I got so nervous, I got up and left. I got up and walked outside because I was so nervous. I never, was in a setting like that. I got nervous. So I got myself together and went back there and said what I needed to say. Now I'm going to read you a little bit of what I said. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Even when I was up there, I didn't read the whole thing. I was skipping over sentences. I'm just going to read you a little bit, just to let you know that you can do this in your community. It's not that hard. Now I did it. I got the bugs and jitters out. I was, my test dummy for my own self. I did it today. I test dummied for my own self, so that next time, I know what to expect. But right now, I'm just going to give you a little heads up on, how simple and easy this is, because my speech was not the greatest, as you're going to find out. I just told them a little bit about myself. Okay, so let me read a little bit of this to you, and you guys will have to bear with me because it's on a program and I have to scroll, so I'm going to have to stop every now and then and scroll, okay? So let me read this. My name is Donald Thompson. I am here today to oppose the tax that is in the works on vapor products. Let me say first that I believe that vaping has saved my life. I started smoking when I was 19 years old when I was serving my country in the United States Army. I smoked a pack a day for the next 20 years. I found vaping about 18 months ago and have not had a cigarette since. Let me scroll. Vaping has saved my relationship with my 13-year-old daughter that would beg me all the time to please stop smoking. She was old enough to understand the dangers of smoking and what it did to the human body. This tax seems like big tobacco is in our government officials' ears trying to even the playing field between vaping and tobacco products. Let's be clear, this is not an even playing field. Smoking kills. Ask any doctor. Smoking kills. Let me scroll. Vaping has not killed one person. No, not one. Raise the tax on tobacco products. According to the American Cancer Society, we have wasted $133 billion treating tobacco-related illnesses. Let's face it, it is no secret that big tobacco has paid for bad publicity when concerning vaping. Let me skip over some of this stuff. I say a little bit more about big tobacco and how you should, tax big tobacco, or if you want to raise money, tax cigarettes more, because it's killing healthcare, it's raising our healthcare. Just stuff like that. Let me close this up. It was short, sweet, to the point. Let me move this back over. I'm sorry, guys. It was short, sweet, to the point. My point is, join CASA, find out what's going on in your community, and go down there and just say something. Something. It don't have to be perfect. Shit. My videos aren't perfect. You see, I'm always misreading something, saying something. You know what? But I still love vaping. And you guys still love watching me or like watching me. Nobody's perfect. So don't be afraid to stand up in your community. It can get crazy. Just think about that. 70% tax. That's crazy. Would you be able to afford that IPv2 mini if it had a 70% tax on it? Think about that. Think about that. Really, really, 70%. Not 5%, not 6%, 70%. That's crazy. Let me take a toke. All right, since I got that out the way, I am planning something else. Damn, it got cloudy. I am planning something else concerning advocacy. I will let you guys know in the near future what I'm planning on doing. I'm trying to raise some money. I've raised a little bit of money, but not where I want to be. I'm going to try to do something, and I am going to do it. But I just wanted to let you guys know that it's really easy. I was a test dummy for you guys because I didn't know. Nobody told me what they said at one of these meetings. So I didn't stick around because I had a meeting after that meeting to see what some other people were saying. But there was one guy that went before me. He was talking about it, and he seemed like he knew what he was talking about. But, you don't have to go there, as a CEO of a company. You can go there as just a regular old vapor, John Doe vapor. All right, so let's talk about this fucking tank. This fucking tank. Let me take a toke. Let me move this to the side. Let me fill this up a little bit as I talk to you. Okay, so this is running dry. This tank was sent to me by another reviewer. Okay? One is good enough. It was sent to me by another reviewer. He does this like I do it. He does it as a hobby. He's not like a full-time reviewer like Phil Prasado, Rip. Or he's not, he's like me. He's just starting out. He's doing it. And he sent it to me, and he linked me up with their company, right? So their company is going to be sending me some more examples of this tank. Let me tell you this. When they send me some more examples of this tank, I will be giving them away to you guys. I'll keep one. If they send me 3, I'll give you guys the 2. And I'll probably give this one away, or just keep this one and take a couple coils and give them. They come with 3 fucking coils, okay? But the guy that gave this to me, his name, sorry if I pronounce your name wrong. His name is Darryl Shurgin. Darryl Shurgin. I'll put a link to his channel down below. But looking at his channel, he's like me. He's doing it as a hobby. Thank you so much, Darryl. I really, really appreciate this. Thank you for reaching out to me. He said he reached out to a lot of, bigger name reviewers, and, they told him something, but they didn't get it. I got it. Okay, so I was more than happy to try it out, from looking at it and hearing, from reading his emails, how much he enjoyed it. I said, you know what, let me try it. And shit, when I got it and was playing with it, I get where he's coming from. And I get, from the other reviewers that I've seen it, a lot of people overseas has it. I get where they're coming from. This thing is nice. This is a nice piece. Now, yes, it's a regular old clearomizer. It's got the same basic principle as other clearomizers. Yes, it does have top filling. You can take the top off. I'm going to show you in the close-ups. The close-up I didn't record today. I recorded them yesterday. But that's how you fill it. And I'm just going to cut to that. I'm not going to do another close-up because I made a video yesterday and uploaded it. And then I said, no, let me, because I didn't like something about it. So I'm going to use that close-up that I recorded yesterday, and we're going to jump to that now. But please stay tuned for after that close-up so I can tell you more about this product, where you can get it, and some more information about giveaways and something else. So please watch after that close-up. Let's go to that close-up. All right, so we're up close, and I'm going to show you this bad boy. Now, sorry for the glare. My lights reflecting off this plastic. So I'm gonna run through this quick to get this glare off of it. Here's the packaging. On the back, it tells you a little bit about the device, and it tells you what size coil is in there. And this one says 0.25. Okay. Has a sleeve on it. It tells you what it contains. It contains, you know, the atomizer. I'm trying to read this upside down. The crown coil 3 pieces, glass tube 1 piece, manual 1 piece. Okay, so it gives you a little rundown on that. Okay, so let's get this glare out of here, and here's what comes in the box. Okay, so I have been using this, so that's why my glasses are a little foggy like that. I'm trying to clean it out with a paper towel, but here we go. We get 1, 2, and a coil that's already installed. Okay, and you get an extra glass thing, which is great. Now, underneath this packaging, you get the owner's manual, tells you a little bit about it, blah, 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 blah. You can read that for yourself when you get it. And here we go. It comes with extra O-rings. This is always a good thing because when you're taking that glass piece out, sometimes those O-rings can get messed up. And then it comes with like a little crown, which is kind of unique, and it tells you, you know, of course, to pre-wick your cotton. Okay, I mean, so pre-saturate your cotton. Now, before I even jump down into it, I'm going to tell you this: the cotton in there, the cotton that they use, they're not skimpy with the cotton. Okay, so the cotton is packed in there, which you know, some cotton when it's really loose, it creates a noisy vape. This one is it's right. If I was going to stuff cotton in there, that's how I would stuff it. So I'll take this out the package, but these are the coils. They have like little rubber heads on them, which is kind of cool. But yes, those are coils, and all of them are the same. That cotton is packed in there, and you know, when I was wetting them up before, I mean, I got a nice bit of e-liquid down in there. That coil is. It's a nice coil. And as you can see the dual. This thing was focused. And you can see the dual coils right there. So this is the dual coil. All right, so let me put this back up and break down this device. Okay, and you get the extra glass piece, which is great in case you drop it and break it, since there's no, a cage on this particular device. Now, like I've said before, the build quality on this is by far this thing feels right. It feels correct. It doesn't feel too light. It's not too heavy. It feels just right. Okay, so on the bottom, it has a little bit of branding, crown, UL, is that LCC? Oh, ULCC, CC, crown. Okay. The 510 is not adjustable, and that bad boy is like, it's almost recessed. Look at that joint. It's recessed up in that joint. But I have no problem firing it on, I fired it on my M80, my SX, PV. It fires on everything. I just would not use it on a hybrid. Okay, so let me take this thing apart for you guys. Okay, the drip tip, your regular drip tip, big bore. Your drip tip will fit on there. Now, like I said up top, this is top filling. So all you do is grab this, spin it off, and you fill. You can almost pour it in there, with the way it's designed. You can pour e-liquid in there. You use a dropper, you can use a needle nose, you can use a syringe, or you can just take the top off and pour it in there. You could pour it in there. You hold it at an angle, get it glass on the edge, you could pour it in there. Okay, so it's got a rubber seal up here to seal in right here. Like I said, man, the threads on this thing is like perfect. They're nice and buttery smooth. You can tell when the O-ring starts to catch, it gets a little snug. So moving down, here's your glass, here's your airflow control. Get this. It clicks. And then once you get it closed, it stops clicking, it's smooth. And then you get it back over here where it's open, it starts clicking again. Let me put it next to the mic. I just put it next to the mic so you can hear it clicking. Okay, so this right here is, the motion of it is really, really nice. I'm really digging that. Like I said, the build quality, it just feels right. Okay, so let me take the tank off. Okay, so if you felt the need to fill it this way, I'm sure you could. But, you could get a syringe or something down in there to fill it. So here's where the coil sits. And this one right here I've been using. Let me take this coil out. And there we go. It's the standard affair. Typical sub-O, clear-O. So let me put this back in. And start taking this part apart. So there you go. You can take this part apart. Glass comes out. Now, I haven't been able to get this, this cylinder off, but it looks like it could come off, but I can't get it off. It's on there snug. And of course, this part comes out. So there it is, all broken down. I believe this piece comes off, but I can't. This is too snug. It looks like yeah, I can't get it, and I don't want to break it because I love this thing. But that's broken down enough to clean it. Okay. So let's put it back together. Of course, it has replacement O-rings. These O-rings come off. Let me put this thing back together. So all the threads are just great. I mean, this thing, it just feels right. The weight, it just feels correct. Okay, so I think I showed you all that I needed to show. Fill it back up, and we can go up top and talk on it and vape on it. Think about anything else? No, just a quick look. Man, it's good. This is good. Now, if you notice in that close-up, I had something going across the screen talking about the coils made of stainless steel. Now, the only reason why I said that is because of the way this thing reads. Now, let me read this to you. Now, I know you guys are saying you misread something else on that smoke product. I'm not misreading this one, okay? So this one says food-grade stainless steel heating wick. All right? Read it again. Food-grade stainless steel heating wick. Dual coil food-grade steel heating wick. So if you read that, you would think something is stainless steel. The coil is stainless steel. Something is stainless steel down there. And I looked at another reviewer overseas. He actually came out his mouth and said the coils are made of stainless steel. Now, I emailed them. I haven't gotten a response yet because I think it's like, in the morning time when I emailed them. I'll probably get a response later on tonight. But I'm almost 99% sure that it's not stainless steel heating. I'm 99% sure that the coils are not made of stainless steel. I'm 99% sure that it's resistance, non-resistance wire, just like each and every other coil that's made like this. And it's non-resistance wire going up the leads, and the coil is made of some type of Kanthal. Okay, now what they're probably talking about is the casing of the coil. It's probably made of food-grade stainless steel. Okay, so I don't want to scare nobody, and I don't want to be scared. I will take apart that coil, but I'll tell you what. I got 3 coils, and I could just rip that one apart right now, but I'm enjoying it so fucking much. I will take it apart before they become available in stores. You know, I'll be the test dummy, but I'm almost sure that it's Kanthal in there and it's non-resistance wire. But I'm enjoying that coil so much that I don't want to destroy it. It's giving me that good of a vape. It's really, really good. Like I said, the build quality on this thing is just right. It just feels right in your hand. The threads are perfect. The way the O-ring seat, it just feels right. It's just different. You know, a lot of these other Claros, you hold them in your hand and you know it just feels cheap. This one feels right. You know, they machined it right. The threads is right. That clicking on the airflow control ring when it's in an open position. What I'm trying to say is when you can click it, and instead of just sliding it and it clicks. It's got 4 clicks, and when the airflow is closed, it moves smooth. Like I'm spinning it with the airflow is closed. Now when it gets to the open point, you can hear the clicking. It's so nice. It's so nice. Let me take a toke. Now my downfall on this, my con on this, is it doesn't come with the RBA section. Yeah, you probably could rebuild the coil, but it doesn't come with the RBA section. Now, I love the look of it. Now, I know it doesn't have like a cage around this glass, you know, but I love that glass look. I love it. It just, to me, this one looks really good without, you know, the cage. Now, I know you're probably saying the cage help it from breaking. Yeah, sure it will. But they send you another glass. That's great. That's great. Now, I put this glass up to a couple other glass, you know, tanks, and the closest one I got was the Goblin 4.2 mil glass. I haven't took apart all of them, but I'm sure there's probably another glass that probably will work in this. But you get 2. You get 2 when you buy it, so that's a plus. I am loving this thing. I keep saying to myself, I'm done with these Claros because there's so many of them out there. You know, you can't keep up with them. But this one is a go. This one is a go. Now, I'm going to be reviewing another one that I got. I need to review that like ASAP. But ever since I had this one, to be honest with you, I haven't really been messing with that one anymore. Now, I messed with that one for about a week and a couple days straight. But this one is great. Not because it's new, it's like the newest one I got. This one is great because of the flavor it gives. You know, the cotton that they put in there, they pack that cotton in there. So it gives you a great fucking vape. It's great. Now, let me pause this and grab some information. Let me pause it. I'll be right back. Sorry guys, I had to grab my computer because I didn't want to misquote anything. Okay, so the coils. The coils, you can get single vertical coils or dual parallel coils. Okay, so the single vertical coils, they're going to be available in 1.2 ohms, that's rated between 10 to 30 watts, or 0.5 ohm, that's rated between 30 and 80 watts. Now, what I have in mind is the dual parallel wrapped vertical coil, and they come in 0.25 ohm coil, which is rated from 80 watts to 120 watts, or 0.5, which is rated between 30 and 80 watts. Now, I will say this. If you have a 30-watt device, don't even bother with the 0.25 ohm coil because it's going to give you a sucky vape. I've jacked it down to 30 watts just to see it, and it sucks. Okay, right now this is 63 watts. Let me take a toke. Now let me jack it down to 30 watts just so you can see. At 63 watts, it was 4.3 volts. At 30 watts, it's 2.9 volts. Let me take a toke. Now it gives you a vape, but it's not good. Yeah, yes, smoke did come out my mouth, or vape did come out my mouth, but it's not good. It shines at 60 and above. Let me take it back up. I hate these presets on this thing. I hate it. What I was about to say. Let me take a toe. Yes, a much better vape at a higher wattage on these coils. Now, I will give them a thumbs up on this. Now, you know, a lot of these, you know, sub-ohm tanks, they say it's either 0.2 or 0.5. When you stick them in on your device, the 0.2s always read 0.3, 0.28, 0.29, 0.2, 7. This one, you know, they obviously they knew that, so they said, okay, it's 0.25. Now, it doesn't read 0.25. It reads 0.27. I put it on my SX. I put it on my Jellyfish. I put it on my IPV devices. I put it on my Smoke. I put it on my ohm reader. It's 0.27. Okay, so they're not far off. They're, you know, they're good at advertising it at 0.25. Okay, so this right here is a definite go. This one, I hate to be a fanboy, but I'm definitely a fan of this one. This one is definitely a go. It's great. I love it, love it, love it. The filling it is so easy. The vape quality that you get from it is it's good. Clearos usually mute flavors of juice. You get the best flavor from a dripper, hands down. You know, especially if you have your coil built right and have your airflow right, you get the best flavor. Now, I'm a flavor chaser. I could give two fucks about a fucking big ass cloud. I love flavor. Let me take a toke. I love tasting the flavor. Now, you can get clouds with this. You can definitely get clouds. Let me try to blow a cloud. I'm not into clouds. Let me try to blow one for you guys. To me, that's a big cloud. And this thing chucks them. No dry hits whatsoever. And I believe that's because they use a lot of cotton. When I was pre-saturating that wick, I used a lot of juice. I filled my dropper up and damn near got everything that was in that dropper in that fucking a coil, in that cotton. It absorbed it all. So it's a lot of cotton in there, and I think that's the reason why I'm not getting any dry hits, because it's so much cotton in there and so much liquid in reserves. After it burns it on your next hit, that liquid is still there and it's steady wicking from the outside as well. So I think they really did a good job on these coils. As far as these coils fitting something else, it doesn't fit the devices that I have. Now, I don't have them all, but it didn't fit any of the ones that I had. So I'm going to wrap this up. Like I always say, if you know somebody that's on the stinkies, before I say that, when I get my, I don't know if I said this already, but because I didn't re-recorded this shit like 30 times, so I didn't fuck this video all up. I'm just going to use this one. Fuck all the fuck ups. When I do receive some from the manufacturer, from my contact, I will be giving them away. I'll probably keep one and give the rest of them away. So I definitely will get back to you guys. I really do appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate the contacts, the comments. But I will do something a little different this time. I'm not just going to randomly pick a name from my subscriber list, because that's not working. I'm picking people's names and they're not claiming their prizes. The people that won, like on my first giveaway where I had my wife here, 2 or 3 people never even, claimed or got in contact with me to get their items. But people hit the subscribe button and then they hit the unsubscribe button and then they don't watch any more of the videos. So I'm going to do something a little different to give you guys that, that really watch my videos when I release them, give you guys more of a chance to win. So I haven't decided on how I'm going to do it, but it's not going to be that random thing anymore where my wife goes through and picks a name. I'll make it more easy for my regular viewers to win. Like a comment or something. It'll be different. So until the next time. Oh, and I will be giving away a jellyfish. I have like a brand new jellyfish. I got 2. Well, I'll promise that jelly. I have a brand new jellyfish that I'm going to be giving away. I think I'm going to give that away when I reach 2,000 subscribers, and I'll probably give away some other devices. By then, I'll probably have the rest of these. Right now, I think I'm hovering around 1,600. So I'll give the jellyfish away to one of my faithful viewers, and that's about it. So if you know somebody that's on the stinkies and you have some old equipment that you're not using anymore, along with some juice, give that equipment to them, especially a family member, a co-worker, somebody you see more than once a week, so that you can check on their progress. Don't give it to some stranger. Hey, try this out for a week and, text me when you're done. Don't do that. Give it to somebody that you can monitor, or you can, help along the way if they need help. That, just pick one person and make that person your project to stop them from smoking. Especially if it's a family member, somebody you love and care about, or a good friend. Give them the equipment, shut off the airflow, explain the battery safety, tell them there's plenty of other flavors out there that they can, try out. Tell them to get back with you in a week. And at the end of that week, if they really like it, steer them in the right direction. Try to get them a device that they can grow into. Don't tell them, don't go buy that pen where you hit the button and that's what you get, just whatever that button's putting out. Something that they can adjust a little bit and they can grow. 30 watts, like I said before, 30 watts, you can do a lot with a 30-watt device. You can build a dripper and have a great vape with 30 watts. So just because it's not 100 watts, you don't really need 100, 150 watts. It's nice to have, but especially when somebody's first starting out, just give them a little 20, 30 watt device. So until the next time, please pay it forward, and thank you so much for watching. Okay, so let me figure this shit out. Is that the right side or is that the right side? Okay, you know what? That's the right side. Okay, so it's got two sets of coils. Then it's got an equal sign. It's got some chopsticks, a spoon, and it looks like a wok or a pot. The fuck, we cooking some shit? Are we cooking? I have no idea why they got a wok, a fork, a spoon, and some motherfucking chopsticks. Good God Almighty. What the fuck? Food grade stainless steel heating wick. Really? It's a stainless steel heating wick? Heating wick? That's stainless steel? They trying. Gotta give them that. You gotta give them a T for trying.